So today we're going to be doing a Japanese grocery store haul. Welcome back, guys. So I just finished going to Japan Center, and like I told you guys in the Ichiba special, this is an all Japanese grocery store. It is underground. It is in Soho, so it's like in a really cool and neat area with a lot of stuff to do. And I was so excited to bring back a lot of stuff for you guys. And before we continue, this video is brought to you by Likumki, which is one of my lovely sponsors, and you'll see them very often in my videos. And you can buy their stuff in grocery stores, Western grocery stores, Eastern grocery stores, across Europe, and also in other places as well. So thank you so much. All right, so we start. Oh God. Keep in mind, I don't have a car, and I had to bring all of that home via public transport. That's how much I love you guys. So to start off, okay, this was like shiitake mushroom powder that it was like 75% off, so I just got that. That's not a part of this. I don't know if I should bring everything out because it usually gets so messy, and I already have this guy here and I don't know why. So let's start off with the snacks first, because that can be what we consume as we do this haul. So it's melon soda. So I don't know if you guys know this, but it is very difficult to find vegan stuff in Japanese grocery stores. That goes in terms of snacks, in terms of different foods, because the Japanese are very keen on making things very delicious. In order for that to happen, they do have a tendency of let's say adding milk powder to things that you wouldn't think that you would add milk powder to, just to, improve on the richness and the taste and everything. Or they might add eggs, or they might add seafood to a lot of snacks. So especially in the realm of snacks, I may have found a cracker and maybe some candy here and there, but they also tend to use gelatin for that. So what I ended up doing was, I feel like this is like one of those Japanese specials where you're like, hi-ya. So this is melon soda, and the Japanese are really known for their crazy, kind of super sugary drinks, and this is from Sangria. Yeah, it's water, sugar, some acid content, essence, and then coloring. So I think I'm gonna just try that. I haven't had soda in such a long time, 10 years maybe. This is not bad. From the smell of it, it's very artificially melony, which is actually really good, surprisingly a really good flavor. And I was expecting something really, really sweet, but it's a good 9.9 grams per 100 grams, and this is written in Japanese. Hold on, it's 350 grams, so 9 times 3, 9 times 4, so that's not bad for soda. It's not overly sweet, so that's melon soda. And melon is a very popular flavor in Japan. You can see them in candies. You can also see them in melon pan, which is melon bread. Let me know if you guys want to see a recipe. I know you do. So next is this, oh my gosh, this looks so pretty. So this is called, this is Hamoto Goma Tofu Ten Nagasaki Sesame Tofu. But I looked at it more as a snack because I think it was sweet. It was in the prettiest package, which the Japanese do just so well. I think that's why a lot of things are quite pricey there. I think this was maybe four pounds for this. The thing with the Japan Center is, though, sometimes all of their things are just written in Japanese, even the ingredients. So I think if you were really interested in finding out if something was vegan or if you had allergies or something, you should go to someone and talk to them and ask them to translate it for you. The only thing with this one is there is honey in this. So guys I know, vegans don't eat honey. You guys always tell me that all the time. But I do, so I'm gonna try this for you and I'll let you know how it goes, okay? I didn't grab a plate. Okay, so I got a plate and a fork. There are no actual instructions, but I'm guessing that I mix everything together. So this is turning out to be a taste test too. This is so exciting. It's almost like a custard pudding, like a super soft custard pudding. Okay. And then there's like this bag in the silver, and then this bag that looks like, I would say soy sauce, but because I think it's supposed to be sweet. Yes, it's syrup. And then this, guys, guess what this is? What could this be? My best guess is toasted soybean powder. Let's see if I'm right. I'm so excited. I think I'm right. Okay. This is so pretty. Let's have a taste. It's very bouncy. I'm just like boing, 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 boing. Almost like a panna cotta soft. At first I was gonna say because of like all of the sauce and stuff that the sesame doesn't come through, but you let it linger in your mouth for a little bit longer and it's just like smooth. If tofu and sesame paste had a baby, this one would be it. I'm just gonna have a bite of just the thing without the sauce, okay? Now, I didn't tell you what was in this. This is so weird, sorry. So it's sesame, it's starch, it's kuzu flour, which is kind of like you just think of it as cornstarch. Molasses and soybean powder. So I actually think maybe if it wasn't for the syrup and the molasses, which has the honey in it, you could probably have this and then just stick some like brown rice syrup on top of it or maple syrup or whatever you want. It's very soft, but it's not as like maybe melt in your mouth as panna cotta. There's still like a little bit of like maybe like a starchiness to it, but it's still like super smooth and super soft and like on the cusps of melting in your mouth. And then the tofu itself, there's a little bit of sweetness in it, but it's just smooth and you can taste the sesame, but the sesame is like super ground up, so it's not gritty or anything at all. It was kind of expensive, but guys, let me know if you want to see a recipe of this because I feel like anytime I find that things are expensive at the store, I sort of just like come back home and I make the recipe myself and then, okay, let me just clean this up. So I thought I wanted to find funky ingredients, but I also wanted to find ingredients where we could like learn together and like, what is all of this? So the coolest thing that I found at like the condiment section, I mean, there were so many cool things, right? It was very difficult to like avoid fish and like different crustaceans and seafood and whatnot. But the coolest thing that I found was this. So white shoyu, which is basically white soy sauce, which I've never heard of in my life. Like, this is so cool. And if you guys can see it, it's not, I don't know if so it's not completely white, but it is very, very light. I'd say kind of like a Shaoxing rice wine sort of deal. And I really wanted to try this for you guys on camera. Actually, I really want to do like a soy sauce battle of like different countries and different soy sauces. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Cheers, people. It says it's light colored soy sauce. It's made from water, wheat, salt, soybeans, and then vitamin B1, which is interesting. And I think the reason that it's lighter, it's more wheat based than soy based, and so you might get like a sweeter, kind of a lighter vibe from this. So let's try. It is so salty. Wait, hold on. Wow. It's so, I mean, I feel like I have to have like a soy sauce that I normally use side by side, frankly. Let's go get the Lee Kum Kee soy sauce, hold on. And when I looked at the ingredients, it was water, salt, soybean, sugar, wheat starch. So it's wheat flour. So it is soy before wheat, whereas this one was wheat before soy. So there's more wheat in that. Oh, this one's really salty as well. Okay. I mean, this wasn't really meant to be a soy sauce battle, but anyways, I would say it's like weirdly a lot brighter. Like I'm gonna drink so much soda today. Then I also got Japanese soy sauce. So when I was at the market, they do a really good job of like explaining to you in each section like what these products are, how they're made. This, because I just tasted that, I'm not gonna try it for you, but maybe on Battle Soy Sauce we can do just, again, a battle of all of these different soy sauces. Korean soy sauce, Chinese soy sauce, Filipino soy sauce. That'll be so cool, wouldn't it? Let's do something sour. So at Japan Center, this is really cool because there's this brand that does a lot of like kind of like organic Japanese type things, and they have here brown rice vinegar as opposed to white rice vinegar, I guess. And I just wanted to I used up all of my cups. Hold on. This is really good. Yet another glass. So let me just go with the white rice vinegar. I want to say that this one tastes like even more mellow, and I always say that white rice vinegars are like more mellow than just, you know, your typical white vinegar that you get at Western grocery stores, and that's pretty mellow, but oh, it's very pungent. Let's do this one more time. This is just a more mellow taste. Like it's really good actually. It's just water and brown rice. That's crazy pants. Okay. What else? This I found really good because I really like sesame, as you can see from my snack right here. This is I thought that this was so unique because I was like, oh, what is like a sesame sauce? And they're basically saying that it's like a shabu shabu hot pot sesame dipping sauce. Let's see, it's sesame, it's sugar, it's soy sauce, it's miso, vegetable oil, rice vinegar, blah, 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 lots of flavoring. So, roasted mushroom, that should be really good. It's really thick. That is so good. Like if you like sesame noodles, you know, like the Chinese sesame noodles, you could probably just make like some soba noodles or something, pour this over, and that in and of itself would be really good. Okay, so this is like the last of like the dressings. I found this, and this was really cool. So way whiles back, I bought Burdock from the Chinese grocery store, and people were like, oh, you can fry it, you can do a lot of different things with it. And I never have worked with Burdock before. It's something where it's like in my teas, and I think it's like for herbal purposes. And I ended up putting it in my soups, but I still don't really know what to do with it. This is Burdock in Yuzu dressing. So there's like a lot of like health benefits to Burdock. And then of course Yuzu is sort of like a Japanese lemon citrus type fruit, and it's very like pungent, and it's very fragrant as well. So this has burdock, it has oil, vinegar, sugar, miso, salt, and seaweed. Seaweed is really, you know, like a food source of MSG. It has a lot of flavor. So, oh, I should shake this. I feel like I should have a salad with this. Got my salad. I was gonna lick it, but I thought that'd be gross. Yeah. Let's try this. These are flavors that I love. Like, I love kind of like an herbal, like dandelion tea. And so the burdock is just like, it's like woodsy in the backdrop. I don't know, yuzu. It's like a more mature lemon. It's like, it's sort of like more of like an herbally, kind of like medicinal lemon, if you would. Okay, so that's it really for all of the condiments. Not really, short of. I'm not gonna try this, but Bulldog sauce. This is really like when people talk about Japanese grocery shopping and Japanese things, they talk about Bulldog sauce, which is essentially the Japanese version of barbecue sauce. Only it's kind of, I feel like, a lot like kind of sweeter and kind of fruitier in a way. So this guy's note to fame, short of it being called the Bulldog sauce, is you know the katsu pork, or the katsu, I guess, chicken, probably katsu pork. The cabbage on the side, and it's like fried, and it's panko breadcrumby. This is the sauce that they will put on top of it. So I would say it's a little bit more like acidic, but you could totally substitute it for barbecue sauce and just add some vinegar to it, I guess. Sugar, distilled vinegar, tomato paste, a bunch of fruit purees, rice starch, apple, spices, prune paste, carrot paste, onion paste, lemon juice. Oh, okay, so this was right next to the Bulldog sauce, and this is the Okonomi? I thought it was the Okonomiyaki sauce. Is that not? Okay. Well, this is what it's called. It's called the Okonomiyaki sauce, and it is put on top of your Okonomiyaki, which is basically the Japanese kind of vegetable pancake. I'm sure that you guys have all seen it before. It's not just vegetables, like cooked pork, chicken, or shrimp, or eggs in it, but I will be doing a vegan version of that hopefully very soon. And this is the sauce that you put on top of that. And let's see what's in it. Oh, this one has a lot more fruit. So the first ingredients are tomatoes, date, onion, apple, carrot, peach, orange, garlic, water, and then like the rest of it, like the vinegar, the sugar, and stuff. So this is kind of this is probably a very fruity sauce. And then it ends with like shiitake mushrooms and kelp, again bringing all of that natural MSG in. Again, I have to iterate, it is probably my favorite type of cuisine, and it's just because they are masters of flavor. Like, they are able to take foods to another level. So many times you will see like these creative things coming out of Japan, and Japan is able to go to another country, bring back their stuff, bring back their pastries, bring back their noodles, bring back their sushi, and they just kind of play around with it, and they play around with the flavors, and then they just amp it up, and it's amazing what they do. And it's just because like look at this sauce. There's just so much stuff in it. There's so many. Why am I yelling at you? I'm so sorry. So these are. Oh, I got this as like a free sample cure. Like, the lady at the register was like, "Oh, it's really good for, I don't know, like eating off your face or something." So it's, yeah. Let me know if you guys have tried this before. Like, am I going to get an allergy? Probably not. Okay, so furikake. Maybe you guys have heard of it before, but that is like there's like seaweed, sesame, there's salt, sugar, and it's this kind of these crunchy toppings, sort of, that you put with rice. So sometimes, like when you do have like the little like sushi rolls, I forgot what you call it, where it's like a triangle, they will just put these little bits and these little flakes on top, and it's just super flavorful. Like, and then sometimes they'll have like little bits of egg in it, sometimes they'll have little bits of shrimp. I happened to find the ones that obviously that were vegan, and this one is wakame gohan, and I thought that it was super cool because it has perilla in it. So perilla, they're like are they sesame leaves? Have the perilla leaves like with meals, or you can fill up perilla leaves and then wrap them up, and it's really, really good. So this one has perilla leaves and then Japanese plum in it as well as a little MSG. So I think that these are the plum bits, but they don't have a ton of them, so you have to really pick them out. It's like how I used to pick out red Sour Patch Kids because I only liked those. Okay, so if you guys can see, you guys can't see, I'm gonna close up on it. So I think that this is probably the red perilla, and then this is probably the plum, the Japanese plum. It's like light red, and then the other one's purple. So I'm gonna. It's salty, the perilla, and then the plum. This is like what I used to have at like my grandma's when she used to eat like these preserved fruits all the time, and it was so weird. There is that like pruny, plummy taste, but it's also engulfed in salt, so you get kind of all of those flavors. And then the wakame, seaweed. That is really crunchy, and it's very seaweedy. It's also very salty as well. So, well, keep in mind that you sprinkle this on top of rice, so it probably needs all of that salt to flavor the rice. It's very salty, and I don't want to keep on using the melon soda as my drink. I need water. Okay, 4 more now. 4 more? It's kind of like 4, it's kind of like 3. Let's go to miso. So the Japan Center has the coolest miso section because I think they themselves make their own miso. So there's kind of 3 like medium-sized vats inside the store, and they'll to actually tell you like, this is white miso, this is red miso, this is whatever miso. But again, they have placards because I think that they understand that this might not be something that people are used to all the time, which is what I think all grocery stores should have. I got these two. The prices were really not bad at all. I think it was like less than £2. So shiro miso and then aka miso. I'm not pronouncing them correctly, it's okay. So they said shiro miso, so this is like the kind of whiter version. White miso is made from soybeans and a high percentage of rice, which are fermented to create a light, slightly sweet taste. So I know like a lot of people, like when you put miso in desserts, they'll recommend you using white miso, or maybe when you mix miso with something more delicate like fish, they'll say white miso. So I think I would have to do like a side-by-side taste test to really kind of give you my full lowdown on all of these. But for red miso, actually that's what, did I tell you guys about my pottery lessons? So this is what's been happening to my fingers. It's crazy. Like I have cuts. I have cuts and scrapes everywhere from pottery class. But my pottery instructor is actually Japanese, and she was talking to me about this. But red miso is made from soybeans, barley, and other grains with a long fermentation to create a mature taste that is rich in umami flavor. So it's more intense, the flavor is more salty, and it's good for hearty marinades and meats and earthy soups and whatnot. So they actually have all of that down in the front, which I just find is super cool, and it's just super pretty as well. That is the miso. Last two things. I'm really excited for these two. For us vegans out there, I know that, you know, typically you have seitan, you have tempeh, you have maybe TVP or whatnot, you have tofu. This is baked wheat gluten. It just looks like crunchy pieces of marshmallows. And I know that there's a lot of people that can't have this, but I had to go and give this a try because, like, if you can see, it looks like crackers. And I'm like, how would you even cook this? Should I try it for you? I'm gonna go and get some boiling water and then we'll try this. At first, it just looked like I was putting crackers into boiling water, and I thought for sure they would just disintegrate. And they sort of do, they sort of don't. Okay, keeping in mind that this is just water, so let's give it a try. That's so weird. It's like if you could eat a really soft sponge, but like the sponge is dense. So like, you know, like seitan can be very spongy, but this is like, that's so weird. So when you bite into it, it's almost like you're anticipating that it'll disintegrate because it does have that kind of like a cracker that's been soaked in water for too long feel. But when you bite into it, everything is still very softly intact. And it feels dense, with a little bit of bubble in there, and it's not necessarily a spongy feeling, it's just like, you know that you're biting into like a lot of like dense holes and whatnot. And it's very soft, but it's not like melt in your mouth soft. So that's really weird as well. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be for everyone, but I still think it adds a different texture. So if you wanted to put it in soups, if you wanted to try it in different things, I don't know. That's very interesting. It's almost like a soft tofu. I don't know. Why do I do this? Like, it's almost like a soft tofu. A vegan option. And then, this one's gonna be really cool. So I've wanted to get this for a really long time now. These are, they're Japanese rice cakes. And really, I think it's just rice flour, and it's glutinous rice and water. And I'm thinking that they have just found a way to compact it and remove nearly all of the liquid. And then you get these really dense pieces of cake. You get these really, like, they're like, did this just move? Sorry. Come back. You get these really dense pieces of cakes. They're hard. And the way that the Japanese use this is so cool. So sometimes they'll just put it onto the grill, and then because there's a little bit of moisture in this, these guys puff up. But still, when I went to Thailand, I tried mochi cheese. And I'm telling you guys, like, I hate vegan cheeses. Like, I don't think that people do a good job of vegan cheese, short of a couple of companies here in the UK. But If you've never tried mochi cheese before, we're gonna have a recipe soon, I think. Mochi cheese is so good, and it's so, it's not so much the flavor of cheese because it's flavorless, it's whatever you put in it, but it is the texture that kind of reminds you of cheese. Because I don't totally like love the flavor of artificial cheese anyways, but so with this, like you get kind of that texture and you put it on pizza and it's actually, it's quite good. Maybe I could do like a couple of recipes, like a couple of like cracker recipes or a cheese recipe so that when you buy this, you'll know what to do with it. Yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. I love grocery store hauls, and by the looks of it, I think that you guys do as well. I'm somebody that goes up and down every aisle of like every place in the grocery store, and it's really how I find new products, and it's really how I am able to apply them to new recipes as well. And I hope that you guys have learned a lot from this. Let me know if you have more questions. Let me know if there's like a grocery type store haul that you all want me to do. As well, I have a lot of ideas up here. Yeah, but anyways, I love you all, and I will see you guys again soon, okay?